This video is brought to you by JLCPCB. In today's episode, you will learn how to control multiple electrical loads using only one button and a potentiometer. You may find this idea strange, but believe me, going forward, you will understand its benefits. You must have seen big switchboards in homes in which many switches are installed to control different electrical loads. You know very well that 99% of switchboards do not use any microcontrollers inside. So in such a situation, you can install as many switches as you want. It doesn't matter. The difference comes when we use a microcontroller to control multiple loads. Microcontrollers have limited input-output pins. So we have to be very careful while using the controller pins so that we have more pins left to control the electrical loads and to connect other sensors. Nowadays, it is a very common practice. Let's say that if we have to control 8 electrical devices, we simply install 8 switches, and due to this, the pins of the microcontroller are wasted. On the other hand, if we use Bluetooth and an Android application, then we need only 2 pins on the controller side. We can send multiple control commands with the help of serial communication. We can add as many buttons as we want to an Android application, while the input pins on the controller side will remain the same. Similarly, we can use the HMI screen so that the pins of the controller are used as little as possible, and we can control as many electrical devices as possible. No doubt using Android apps or HMI screens reduces the use of controller pins, but the bulk of the programming work increases, and obviously the price also goes up. So that's why I thought, why not make a very simple control system for those people who can't afford an HMI screen, or they don't want to get into the hassle of Android application designing. First, let me share with you the test results of my designed simple control system so that you can have an idea of how beneficial it can be. This video is sponsored by JLCPCB. Feel free to visit their website jlcpcb.com/scale to not only find out what awesome PCB and assembly services they offer, but also to easily upload your Gerber files. It automatically detects the number of layers and dimensions. Select the number of PCBs you want to order. Select your favorite PCB color. The price is automatically updated as you select different features. Finally, you can click on the Save to Cart button. You will only need to pay $2 for 1 to 4 layers PCBs and $0 for your PCB assembly. Besides this, JLCPCB also offers industrial 3D printing services starting at only $1. You can start by clicking on the first link in the description. You can see a button and a potentiometer. Using these, I'm going to control certain loads. For demonstration purposes, I have connected 4 bulbs which are connected to 4 relays. Besides lights, you can use any other 110 or 220 volt AC loads, or use any other DC type loads. If you want to use 110 or 220 volt AC supply, you must not forget to use protective gloves, because 110 or 220 volt AC can prove fatal. So as far as possible, you must ensure the presence of a friend or any companion while carrying on work on such projects. When the AC supply is on, do not touch the relay module. By rotating the knob of the potentiometer, you can select the device, and then using this switch, you can turn on or turn off the device. Apart from controlling the electrical loads, you can also use this technique to scroll through different menu items. Anyway, instead of displaying the device number, you can also print the exact name of the device which you want to control. I'm sure by now you might have got an idea of how does this system work. So without any further delay, let's get started. The components and tools used in this project can be purchased from Amazon. The components purchase links are given in the description. 4 relays are connected with the digital pins D2, D3, D4 and D5. A switch is connected to the Arduino's digital pin D9. A potentiometer is connected with the analog pin A1. The SSD1306 or LED display module SCL and SDA pins are connected with the Arduino's A5 and A4 pins. A5 is the SCL and A4 is the SDA. On the left side is the regulated 5V power supply based on the LM7805 voltage regulator. Using the Ultimate Designer software, I designed the Arduino development board and 4-channel relay module PCBs. I generated the Gerber files and placed an online order on the JLCPCB official website. These are the PCB boards which I received from the JLCPCB. As you can see, the quality is really great. The silk screen is quite clear and the blue color solder mask looks amazing. This is the Arduino Nano development board PCB and this is the 4-channel relay module PCB. Next, I started off by placing the components and completed the soldering job. This is how the PCB boards look after soldering all the components. Finally, I connected everything as per the circuit diagram which I just explained. Now let's take a look at the programming. Before you start the programming, first of all, make sure you download the Adafruit GFX and Adafruit SSD1306 libraries from our website electronicclinic.com. I will provide a link in the description. This is a simple program and you won't find anything complicated. Maximum of the code is well commented. The purpose of this code is to read the potentiometer and then to map the values as per the number of devices. As in my case, I'm controlling 4 electrical loads, so that's why I'm using the maximum limit 4. These other instructions are used to print the text and device number on the OLED display module. Finally, using these if conditions, we turn on or turn off the relays as per the last button and current button status. So that's all about the programming. Support me on Patreon for more videos. I hope you liked today's episode. Like and share this video with your friends. See you in next episode and thanks for watching.